Right, we're back for a daily review of Monday, October 31st, 2022. Today we had a down consolidation day. We knew that we were likely to retrace lower and possibly form a low of the week before a move towards these equal highs, which was also previous week high. And if we just look big picture here on the 4 hour, we did say yesterday that price was likely to come into somewhere into this gap here, which it did. On the 1 hour, it took the liquidity that was here below this low from Friday. Let's turn on the session breaks. And, it wasn't a trend day, but just a slow kind of retrace. And then when we got to New York session open, it kind of plunged into this area here, which also, if we look at on the 4 hour, this moved down, which took this low here from Friday the 21st. This candle is what initiated the selling, this kind of level. And so I did came down exactly, look how perfect that is to the 50%, and then filled in almost perfectly that gap right there from that high to low. And so if we look at kind of how today played out, I didn't take any trades today, but let's go to the 30-minute chart. Asia, clean range, London, breakout, pulled back, and then right before New York open, retraced into this order block here, and then was a steady move down. Now we at 6:30 or 9:30 New York Stock Exchange open. We saw on the 30-minute Judas up to the low of Asian range. Which would have been the optimal sell entry, targeting this low. But for me, I don't really trade at that time unless it's really, really perfect. And this price action just looked really sloppy to me, really on all the lower time frames. So I don't see any gaps forming really after we took this high. And so I really just stayed out of this market today because I was looking for buys too. I was really thinking that we could just take the low from London and then see a reversal here without taking this low. I was just kind of looking for a clean buy setup, and I'm hoping that we get it tomorrow. But today, it was just a plunge down below this low. And I didn't see, on M5, this was where it was sort of looking like maybe I'd want to get involved. But when I liked the gap, and that might have been enough for me. But this candle here just really turned me off. We didn't take out a short-term high, and I didn't like the selling here. I like that we got above it and showed some strength here. But I just had the overall idea that it's still Monday. This is not likely to do like a big trend on Monday just based on how the price action looks. So better to just wait until Tuesday. Hopefully we see a clear setup, whether it's coming back down and taking the low of Monday, or just something else Tuesday morning that just screams to get in the market. This didn't do it for me. But now heading into towards the end of Asia session on Tuesday, We have this nice trend line liquidity, so I do think we could see a move lower. It doesn't have to take this low, but I will put previous day's low here, have that marked out, get rid of that, and I'll just watch. Let's see if there's anything here. Oh yeah, the new month started today, so that's another thing to keep in mind. We closed with kind of a bullish hammer, leaving this gap. So I do think that we have reason to at least breach this high and possibly fill this whole thing in, depending on how bullish it really is. Remember, from this weekly high to low, we're right below the 50%. So, and we've made this swing low, and we closed above this candle and closed above this candle. So I do think buys are the way to go. But of course, we'll take it day by day. And if we get a big structure break to the downside, we will reconsider. But for now, I like on the 4 hour, we filled this gap. We're kind of rejecting off of this area that took liquidity from down here. And let's just get rid of this one more time. And so since we've just been consolidating inside this candle, which was from New York session on Monday, and that's it. We'll just see what we get. I think best case scenario would just be like a clean range in London, or sorry, in Asia, and then if we can get a move lower in London, but some sort of evidence of failure to go below the low of London. And then once we get to New York, either another rejection of the London low or some divergence on the S&P with whatever low is there from London or Asia, and then a nice imbalance on the 5 to 15 minute time frame, possibly 1 minute time frame if it just looks perfect. And then we could get involved on a structure break and a retest, and then target these highs here. But this price action doesn't scare me from buying. It's just very corrective, and we had this huge impulse after taking the low here from the 21st. So all in all, still in shape for buys, and that's it for the recap for today.